Hello and welcome to another edition of Conversations in Bangalore. This is again going to be a special one, and it is also a first of its kind. I was sent a book by a person a few days ago. It was the easiest read I've had in a very long time, extremely entertaining and informative read as well. The book we're talking about is Designed to Win, the Tata Elxsi story by S. Devarajan, the ex-CEO of Tata Elxsi himself.
We had 6 months, to prepare. Since we had single rooms.
The isolation actually bonded you better?
Much better, yeah.
Okay.
So what's your name? I asked him. He said, my name is Shashi Tharoor. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was coming, said, good morning, and I started doing a namaste. Immediately she put out a hand. What's your name? I said, my name is Devarajan. Do something bigger and better all the time. Maybe,
Think big is always been the motto.
Yeah. So somebody, I remember at home we used to listen to the radio and this Ananda Shankar used to play and lovely music, a sitar with fusion and all that. And I said, why not try and get him? The open air theatre had a capacity of about 3,500.
Wow.
So we invited everybody, including the director and the registrar, and because big artist, big name. And he openly and publicly acknowledged that, the organization of this whole thing was so good. Then he took my name and I felt very proud.
Feather on your cap.
Yeah.
Way back early on.
He also said that this is the largest audience he's ever played to.
A very, very sad incident to a very close friend of yours.
Passed away.
Yeah.
They find a chit on my door from a friend saying, wake me up as soon as you come in. And HCL was brand new. It was a 2-year-old company. People knew about it little bit as a computer company, nothing more. And I had applied, and many rounds of interviews and discussions and
Group discussions and all
that. And finally they said, thank you very much. And they asked me why you want to be a salesman, being an engineer. Those questions were answered. And finally they said, we'll get back to you. We are looking at all the IITs. After that, we'll come back to you with the results. A more renowned company, famous company. We were discussing joining dates. This interview must stop. Student never sits down in a professor's office. So he said, congratulations and all. He shook my hands and he read out the letter first to me. So I just said no.
In fact, you beautifully described that particular meeting in his office in your book. And while I was going through that, it almost felt like I was in a room.
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
So that was, in fact, that was the thing. So that was your entry into
Tata
the
Elxsi.
Tata group.
No, OMC was already Tata's.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but this is much more embedded, I would say.
And there it is.
Yeah.
So what was your feeling then, sir? How easy was the shift? Was the shift difficult?
At that point in time, I didn't know the difficulty or how easy, or I knew there was a problem.
Okay.
And that somebody is interested you
To solve that problem.
to solve that problem itself was a big thing. And I always loved challenges. And this is one more thrown at me. And I said, why not?
And so you had no idea the gravity of the challenge at that particular point of time?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
See, till then I was at heart a salesperson, right? Though you're leading the marketing and sales, you're still at heart a go-getter wanting to get business for the organization.
Okay.
And here is someone who says that things are bad. We have to improve. The moment you say improve means you want to improve sales. No, I said, okay, let me see, So that's what happened.
Okay. So tell me, sir, what was how was it getting in? And you had to move.
Yeah, I had to move.
So you had to move and head out to
Bangalore
again.
Back to Bangalore.
Back to Bangalore. So at the end of the day, it is almost even back then, not at the end of the day, even back then, was IT concentrated in Bangalore to a large extent?
No.
Not really.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the software industry had not kicked off.
Okay.
It is still in
Very nascent stages.
very nascent stages, TCS was there, Infosys was there in a small way,
And I think they were just startup or in today's language.
Yeah, they were all startups.
Yeah. Okay. So that moves you back to Bangalore and the Tata Elxsi thing.
Correct.
There is an interesting anecdote in your book. where you were literally in room arrest in your hotel room. Regale us with that, sir. Why were you in the room arrest when you came back to Bangalore?
Yeah, so the then CEO of the company, because once Mr. Kohli said all this, then he said, the devil is in the details. So he said, they will take care. I was called, and in the meanwhile, my father fell ill. He was staying with us. My parents were always staying with us. And he passed away very suddenly in the middle of all this transition. And then, then we had to pack up. And our son was turning 5. He needed school admission. No, he was in a Montessori. And I didn't know the gravity of all this, no. So then we had to get moved to Bangalore. We had to find a home. So all that had to be done in about 3 days flat. After my father's ceremonies, and I was given a little slack time before we moved to Bangalore. So the three of us, my wife, myself, and our son, flew to Bangalore and stayed there to get all these things regularized. So the rumorized part that you talked about was before that.
Okay.
So before that, after Mr. Kohli nodded his head, I got a call from the CEO saying, come and have a chat, we'll discuss the offer.
Okay.
And then he came to the hotel room. He didn't want me to come to the offer. He didn't want everybody to know that I'm picking up an offer from Tata Elxsi, because there were a lot of senior people there.
And you would be stepping on a lot of toes.
Lot of toes, which I actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without actually stepping on it,
Yeah.
they felt stepped on. So then he came and on a checkered sheet of paper, he wrote the offer. I said, it's okay, everything is fine. I said, yeah, it's fine. Then he said, no, don't see me over the door. I don't want anyone to see. He tiptoed out.
Okay. Oh my God.
So yeah, it was a drama of sorts.
So tell me, sir, regale the audience, what kind of trouble did you find in front of you? Why you got in to Tata Elxsi?
So when I joined the company, and first thing is you want to know what the company is doing.
Yeah.
And what we were trying to do with the product that we had was very different from what the product was
Self-designed for, yeah.
Yeah. So this is when I could have started a book called Design to Lose. Because actually that's how the product was positioned, Design to Lose. Yeah. So they were running enterprise business with that product, and it's a technology centric product for high-end technology computing. So the whole business had to be revamped.
Okay.
And it's very difficult to tell people you guys are not doing the right thing with the product. So finally,
And with a company as established and as the Tata group of companies, I would assume that it took a lot of give and take for you to even convince people that, hey, hang on, there has to be a change of track.
in the meanwhile, the whole national situation also changed when the economy opened up.
Okay.
Then all this importing kits, importing manufacturing equipment, importing components, all had to stop because we could import the whole system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Elxsi in the meanwhile shut down in the US.
Correct.
So we had a whole bunch of Elxsi kits and manufacturing gear, but we didn't have to do it anymore.
And it could all be imported.
Huh?
The whole system could be imported.
No, Elxsi had shut down.
No, Elxsi shut down.
business itself was dwindling then. No, there was no need of an Elxsi anymore.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to carry a product which is non-existent or going to be non-existent. So we were burdened with all that capital goods. We had spent almost our entire equity on that, and with no returns. Then we looked at this product called Silicon Graphics,
Yeah.
which was a state-of-the-art product, almost in competition to this, except it had the graphics power also.
Okay.
And it was manufacturing, so the 64-bit and RISC architecture, all that was kind of matching our manufacturing license. So we said, let's import and start manufacturing SGI, Silicon Graphics. So we paid a whole bunch of royalty and know-how fees and bought all the capital goods. After all that also came in, Then the license Raj got moved out.
Okay, so it
The,
was,
country opened up to
so you had spent
liberalization.
all that capital just at the nick of time.
All that capital on Elxsi, all that capital on Silicon Graphics. Then the economy opened up in India, and we were sitting on a whole lot of dud stuff.
Wow, and you have been brought in to increase the sales.
Yeah.
My goodness. What was your strategy, sir? It's detailed out in your book, but let us know. How did you tide this out?
So it was not something you could do overnight. It had to be thought of. So we had to create this market with the Silicon Graphics products and the whole bunch of solutions that we kind of cornered, brought in. I said, let's move into the technology space. So overall, we looked at 4 broad markets.
Okay.
Markets that was hitherto unaddressed by anybody, because otherwise we would lose. We were not a big company, and we were doing badly. We were deep in the red. And if you again do an also ran business, you will be severely runnered up. No?
Correct.
So I said, let's look at opportunities which were outside the whiteboard. So we said, let's go to engineering design. There's a huge market, hopefully.
And so these are speculations while you are.
Speculation, there is an opportunity,
Okay.
but we don't know how big. We don't know whether we will succeed. Well, all those things. But we had good team.
Okay.
We had a fantastic team of people. Then we looked at visual simulation, because we had done a lot of work in my OMC days with DRDOs and all that. So we knew there was a big market in the defense and aerospace design now. So let's look at that. And then by a freak situation, we looked at the molecular modeling, crystallography, and drug design market.
So the pharmaceutical industry.
Pharma and research.
Research. Okay.
Bio research, biophysics, biochemistry research, for which I actually went and spent a long time with a couple of professors at IISc, because they were the closest for me.
Yeah.
They had a molecular biophysics unit and biochemistry unit and all that. I spent a long time. And they said, yeah, we are in need of all these workstations. So, and I had done so much of work and read up so much that lady started calling me Dr. Devarajan. I said, no, I am not Dr. Devarajan. So she said,
So you were really on a mission mode to somehow.
break open new markets.
Yeah.
Then they said, we want to create centers of excellence around this in India and all that. Then I said, let's go and meet Department of Electronics, the secretary there,
Okay.
and put forward a proposal saying, I have a solution and we can create this infrastructure for the country. And while I was doing that, parallelly, these couple of professors from IISc also approached saying, we want all this, we want all this. And here I am saying, I can give you all this, I can give you all this.
Wow.
So that married very well without my knowing.
Okay.
So much later, when I met the IISc folks, they said, we've been working with Dr. Sheshagiri there. I said, I was also working. And then they rolled out all these, what they call the DBTs, Department of Biotechnology, rolled out about 3 or 4, and then a dozen. And we got business from all of those places, and big business, created a niche, created that market. Then the other market that Silicon Graphics was strong in is the animation market.
Okay. Yeah. And you already had your hook into the film industry.
And animation, it was a upcoming thing for India also. No? So animation and VFX.
Okay.
So I said, let's package a solution and open up this market. So all that was well said, but not well done.
Okay.
Because people want to know whether this is possible.
Correct.
So I go to Tata Motors, or I go to Mahindras or Escorts. They want to know, if I say I can design this dashboard for you, design and show me. Yeah, theoretically what you're saying is right, but do it for me and show me.
Correct.
So we had to do it for them and show. That takes a lot of time, effort, time, money to do that feasibility and proof of concept that you want to.
Correct.
So once they get convinced, then they say, okay, we will invest. Then what happens? The moment they start investing, saying, yeah, fine, this is all good. We don't have people to run it. There are no trained people.
Yeah. Well,
So that's a big thing. So when you're creating a market, we're actually going full, we went full 360.
So the whole ecosystem had to be built up.
Created. So we created these solutions, opened up the market. People were convinced and said, now how do we run it? So we actually created with, there was this company called Atlas Copco in Pune.
Yes.
We created along with them a joint design center. We said we will train people here at a fee. They will, Atlas Copco will set up the infrastructure. They will get their job done.
Okay.
We will keep on inducting people. They get them trained and push them into the market.
Wow.
Yeah. So we did that.
So
Then we wanted to do industrial product design, the product
Yes.
styling, which is the big thing. So IIT Bombay had just set up what is called Industrial Design Center,
IDC.
IDC.
Yeah.
So we were the first ones to go to IDC and say, we will give you a solution and set up our workstations and solutions there for them. And they said, we will guarantee offtake from our customers for anybody coming out of from here.
Wow. Okay.
Then we went to NID, Ahmedabad.
National
Did the
Institute of
same
Design.
thing. Did the same thing. Set up our infrastructure there, and even went to the extent of doing this anthropometric analysis and data collection for the Indian human body when you're designing a vehicle or a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler or a
So was this only for safety or even ergonomics?
ergonomics. No?
Okay.
Yeah. So all that we did and created the infrastructure to provide people, created a market to give us business, and opened it up completely.
So how long was this journey, sir? And what were the challenges that you as an individual faced? I mean, I understand that you have chosen a direction, you have made the acquisition. We are talking about just before 91 here.
No, this was already 93, 94.
No, I'm going back a little. When you have gone ahead, you've made all the acquisition, you've brought in
All
everything.
that, old stuff. Huh.
All the old stuff, everything is here. You've gone ahead and invested, and then the market opens up, and suddenly there's no. So your company is literally sitting on a lot based on your direction. As an individual who's brought in to solve the problem, suddenly the thing changes. What were you going through?
So by the time I came in, half the harm was done.
Okay.
Okay, then the full harm was done by the time I came in. But then this was not to be. No. So this was not to be.
It was a black swan event.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
So, and we were deep in the red. We were almost wiping out our equity, and the company would go into Chapter 11 if we didn't do something.
For people who do not know, Chapter 11 is bankruptcy declaration.
Yeah.
And as a corporate, you have to declare and get settle off and get government go ahead before closing down.
And government will come and try and revive it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a very complex thing. And then was the time when Mr. Tata said, hey, listen, we have a problem. Houston,
we have a problem.
Yeah. So he said, something. So I realized that we could not bail out the company by sales.
Okay.
Because you cannot, this all had to happen in less than a year. So you cannot multiply sales in that limited time frame. Hence, you could not increase your profitability to bail us out. My CFO and me talked and said the only way to do it is raising a rights issue. 1:1 rights issue. Once our equity base doubles, we'll have enough money to stave off this problem and also liquidity to build our business.
Okay.
Because all the money was stuck in all that inventory.
Correct.
So we had to build the business back. So Mr. Tata said, who's going to subscribe to a company like ours? I said, Mr. Tata, we have a Tata brand name. They will subscribe because of that.
Wow.
And him being what he was, I said, if you believe so, go ahead.
Okay.
That's it.
So was that a tough meeting? Was that?
No. It was tough because it was stressful for everybody. It was stressful. It was not that he was hard on us. He went through the logic, went through the motions and realized that, yeah, you guys, see, he was one of those, make you accountable. If you believe so, do it and show me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was a delegatory leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
He would only, assess the outcomes.
Okay.
Yeah, never what you're going to do, how you're going to do. Never.
So he basically wanted to know, do you have a strategy? If you have a strategy, you run it
If
today.
you believe in it,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that's what happened, and that bailed us out. But then we have to make money, na.
Yes.
So all this, you have a little bit of cash, but then you have to make the money. So all these were put into play, and my team was a fabulous team.
Okay.
Yeah, they worked with passion. They worked, disregard of anything else. They said, we'll run this marathon together, and and not one person left the company.
Wow.
In all these turbulent times, which was almost 2 years,
Yep.
2.5 years, we struggled.
And I'm sure there would have been sleepless nights. There would have been working through burning the midnight oil.
Everything, yeah.
So, and the team stuck together.
They stuck together.
Oh, fantastic.
Fabulous team, yeah. Fabulous team.
You're in touch with the team even now, I assume?
Absolutely. Yeah.
These are friendships forged in fire, as they say.
Yes.
So, how,
Yeah, because when I was writing the book, some of these incidences and escapades and episodes, it's not so fresh in your memory, right?
Correct.
So I would reach out to somebody sitting in UK and say, "Hey, listen, remember that situation? What really happened?" So he'll say, "I'll write out a short note and send it to you. You'll get the gist of the story." So things like that, people even contributed even today.
Wow.
Customers of mine contributed. Forget about my teammates. After 45 years,
customers are saying, hey, this is
what we did together.
wow.
In each of these 4 verticals, I got my customers to. I recorded some of the conversations with them so that
It can go into
in content we are not incorrect. So the IAC professor, she told me exactly what we did. I called her for the book launch. At the book launch also, she said the same thing.
Wow.
From the VFX market, Mr. Prasad came and he added a lot of value.
Oh, from all these things, one thing I can see, you're not a person who said, okay, we have a problem, and you didn't run. The only thing that you were looking at is, how do we solve this? Is that an attitude you were born with, or is that something you're thrown in the deep end and you have nothing to do but swim? What was your? How do you assess, looking back now, in retrospect?
I would say I was born with liking being thrown in a corner.
Okay.
So that I can solve something. I would put it rather that way. Yeah. See, when you're pushed to a corner, you have to find an escape route.
Yeah.
So push come to shove, as they say. So it worked. But then one could have taken the easy route. Okay, and also ran route. But then we wanted to make a difference. We wanted to be different. We wanted to be a company of a different stature.
Okay.
So this all came out of a meeting which Mr. Tata holds every year, used to hold every year with the CEOs of all his companies. He went to a 2-day offsite. So the first meeting I had on that, which I attended in Goa, remember, a 2-day offsite. And his opening address, he said, we are a Tata Group, we are Tata, blah, blah, all that stuff. And they said, in the business that we're doing, we should be number 1 or number 2 in the business, or don't be there. So that hit very hard in me and stuck to me.
Okay.
So,
and which year was this, sir?
This was 95, 96.
Okay. So you had just tided over all your troubles then?
No, we are still tiding over.
Okay.
Yeah. 98 or something, we declared our first dividend.
Oh, man.
We were making money, but not making enough. We were on a roll.
Okay.
But not there yet.
You had already become the CEO then?
96, I became the CEO.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that jump happen, sir? You were head of sales and marketing back then. How did that move happen? What was the feeling?
So what happened was my current MD then, the CEO and MD then, had done his contractual terms, finished his term, and he told me one day that Dev, I'm quitting and I'm moving out. I've finished my term and all that. And we were all kind of quite aghast because the company was still
In a tough
situation, and your leader goes away and all that. And then within a week or 10 days, Mr. Kohli comes to Bangalore and he calls me to the guest house and says, come and meet me there. And when I go, he tells me, this is what happened. Your MD has quit and is going back to Pune. Then he said, I'm going to throw another problem at you.
Okay.
But
So from the first meeting where he said we are in trouble, rather you made a quip. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here. So he comes back and says there's another problem.
for you, I'm going to make you the CEO of the company and you have to take the reins and manage.
Do you know what tipped it in your favor? Because there must have been 3 to 4 other people who were in contention.
Yeah, maybe, but I suppose he already saw the results.
Okay.
Not the results, he saw the direction.
Direction in which your strategy had taken the...
Yeah, possible. I mean, I never, I was very happy with what I never bothered to see why.
Okay, but personally, what was your feeling, sir? You suddenly the CEO...
I was very exhilarated.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, to be human, I'm still a human, so I was very happy in front of him. I said, thank you very much, Inside I was jumping with joy. And I was the youngest director in the Tata Group. Yeah. So at that point in time. And I didn't know all that. First instance was, and no cell phone, so I couldn't even call my wife and
Okay.
tell her. No, it's
How did you finally get to know?
No, sorry. Cell phones had come. Yeah, but
96?
in 96.
96, I think it was just the beginning.
No,
You had
no. I didn't have one yet. It was still coming.
that Motorola brick used to be there.
Yeah, Nokia brick also.
Yeah.
I remember that story of cell phone, but it had not happened yet. So as soon as I went to office, I called her up and told her, "Yeah,
Okay.
this is what happened."
So, when was the first time you met Mr. Tata, sir? Mr. Ratan Tata? Do you remember that?
Yeah. At Tata Elxsi,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, was that during this same turbulent time?
Yeah, turbulent time because when I joined, it was already turbulent time.
Or they threw a problem at you and another one, sir?
Yeah. So
this was while you were head of sales and marketing?
Yeah. So he used to review once in a few months, what was happening with the company, and my CEO would be there, I would be there, my CFO would be there. So we would spend about half an hour to an hour
Okay.
once in 3-4 months.
Okay. Almost every quarter.
Yeah. On status and all that stuff.
Okay.
To understand the business and all that. Yeah. So that was the beginning. So it used to be like that.
So what was he as a person, sir? We have through the media what we know. Of course, he's a very respected man and a very reserved person to the outside world.
Yeah.
As a person who's seen him, interacted with him on a personal basis and a professional basis, what kind of a man was he?
Yeah, I mean, not so much on a personal basis, to be honest with you. Yeah, we've met him at a couple of social dinners and all that. But otherwise, mainly professionally. But he was a great leader, and like all of us, I would say, finally, everybody is a human being. So it's you and me who put an aura and a crown and a halo around these people, but they are normal people.
Okay.
So it's the traits of the person that matters, the attributes of the person, and is because of his stature, because of his occupation, his being what he is. He's very knowledgeable. He's worldly wise.
Okay.
And he's been there, done that. So seeking advice or advice from him makes a lot of sense. So that's what I would say. And very matter of fact and very, I would say, gives you enough autonomy. Okay. In what you think. He's not an autocratic leader. And he lets you do it your way. I mean, if he believes your ways sounds okay to him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say lovely leader, lovely person to work through.
Okay. So there's a small anecdote which actually caught me thinking. You and Mr. Tata had a to and fro about keeping the Elxsi name.
Oh, yeah.
Regale us through that, sir. How was that?
Not too many to and fros. Yeah, not too many. Went on to a couple of to and fros. So there was this meeting, we were looking at the raising funds meeting only. He said, while we are in the process of doing all that, why don't you look at another name for the company,
Okay. So was that in his mind, was that a reason for the thing, or he wanted a new beginning? What was his
No, because Elxsi as a company had
closed
shut
down?
no?
Yeah.
And merged with Trilogy, actually, not really closed down. So it was no longer, didn't have any more meaning, the name of Tata Elxsi anymore, because you are not using their machines, their products, nothing. So he said, why don't we change the name of the company? So, and here I was last 3-4 years building the brand and,
Oh, so there was a lot of investment into the Tata Elxsi brand as well.
yeah, when I say investment is not monetary, but
Correct. But
yeah, in terms of our salespeople selling what is Tata Elxsi, who is Tata Elxsi, what do we do, and
yeah.
what we will do for you, and all that stuff. So the image was created, and
So there's a recall value also that is
yeah,
great.
yeah. So at the same time, Big Boss says change the name of the company. So and Big Boss says you'll have to examine that. No, you can't say argue with that. No, so
Yeah.
we said okay, let's have a look at it. So we came back to the office and to Bangalore from Bombay, and we said okay, let's throw it open to the employees as a competition
Okay.
for a new name. So we threw it open. Then names started pouring in. Somebody was collating all that. And then we said, okay, out of all the names, let's pick two. And
Okay.
So we picked two. And it was a dinner for two for those two guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that's the reward.
that's the reward. And we couldn't afford anything else. And then my CFO comes and says, hey, listen, Dave, if you're doing a name change, it means a lot. And there's a lot of money to be spent. We have to call for a shareholders meeting. That costs money. Then you have to change all the name boards, of letterhead, all the admin stuff.
And that's a lot of money to be spent there as well.
Yeah, and we were in such a situation that I couldn't just think of spending a lakh of rupees.
Later on,
No, more than on anything.
wow.
Yeah, we were in
So it was literally hand to mouth
very
for a
tight
company.
situation. And I don't want to get into the details, but it was pretty bad then. So he said, I'm not willing to spend this money.
Okay.
So many more lakhs to change the name. So and my CFO said, then what are you going to do? Yes, I have to go and tell Mr. Tata this. He said, best of luck.
Oh, so he forewarned you that it's not going to be an easy one.
Obviously, no, it's not an easy one or tough one. It is a difficult one.
Difficult one, yeah.
So I went back and then discussed with him and said, Mr. Tata, if you have to change the name, it costs a lot of money. And how much money does it cost? I said, so much money. Ask Tata Industries, they'll give you the money. What's a big deal? I said, that's why we are what we are today. We've been borrowing left, right, and center. And we are deep in debt because of that. So I would rather not do that. We have built a brand around Tata Elxsi. It is our company. Let us keep it so. Up to you, he said.
Okay.
Yeah. So
was that in a matter of fact way?
very matter of fact.
Okay.
Very matter. Up to you. So, but anyway, show me what the name. Do you have the names with you?
Okay.
So I pushed the slip paper with the names. He looked at it and he said, okay. And he put it in his pocket. He said, thanks and all that. Then both those names, there was this company called Tata Unisys,
Okay.
which demerged from Unisys. Unisys went off, so they had to change the name of Tata Unisys. They called it Tata Infotech, which was one of the company's names that we had proposed.
Okay.
Then Tata Motors hived off the engineering services division of Tata Motors into another company called Tata Technologies,
Okay.
which recently listed also.
Okay.
And that was the second name.
Wow.
So whatever names we created, hung on with the group, That itself was a pride moment.
So you have literally done the namkaran of two other companies without knowing.
Yes.
Another feather in your cap, sir.
No feather. This was a coincidence. This was not expected, or I didn't even.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is that probably why Mr. Tata put names in his pocket?
It was too early actually for even both those companies
Okay.
were ready for name change, I think even more than a year and a half later, 2 years later.
Okay. So was there a party, another dinner for the two people? So how did when did you realize that the company is turning around, sir? What was that moment, or was there a gradual move?
It was gradual. It was a step function,
Okay.
but not hefty,
Okay.
It was gradual steps. So what happened was that the year when I took over, the second year after I took over, we were at about 12.5 crores revenue
Okay.
and deep in losses. No, just to give you an idea, that same year, Infosys was 30 crores revenue.
You were 12.5 crores and deep in losses.
And Infosys was profitable, but 30 crores revenue.
Wow.
No, I'm just trying to give you an idea
parallel,
of
yeah.
scale, no?
Huh.
Yeah, because if today, if you tell somebody 12.5, I mean,
They're like, what the hell?
that guy's take-home salary will be 12.5.
Exactly.
So, the scale of, the two companies, just a comparator, there's a balance sheet annual report, say, I took it up. So, then I said, now that we have a strategy rolled out, a mission is clear, direction is clear, solutions are there, so the business has to come.
Okay.
So everything else has been done. So I said, let's do one thing, let's form a task force and say, as a sales proposition, this company will do 50 crores this year.
Okay.
From 12.5 crores, so 4 times.
So a mission statement for your.
Yeah. And we created a task force who would sit next to my office in a conference room. One person rep from every finance, purchase, sales, marketing, vendor management.
So literally
logistics,
a war room
a
situation.
task force, yeah. We called it Force 50.
Force 50.
Force 50.
Okay.
And said, let's do it. Then they said, and they would sit late in the night till about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the office, which is considered late those days, not today. And collect all the sales information for the day and get the shipments done, purchase order from abroad or Indian or whatever, all the paperwork, work out the profitability of that particular order.
Wow.
Everything, So I said and morning 9:30, I want to see
The reports.
yesterday's position.
Okay.
Not reports, one report.
Okay.
No.
Oh, with all the
All the
particulars.
parameters. Whatever we talked about, send me one report.
So you had a report coming in every morning.
Every morning, not a report coming in, and I would be sitting with the task force every morning. Report doesn't come to me. I go to the report.
Okay.
Yeah. I said, I will be with you. Let's discuss what happened.
Okay, so this literally, you as a CEO also are hands-on.
Yeah. It's do or die,
Okay.
So every day, this happened in the last 4 months of the year, actually.
Okay.
December, January, February, March, we just set up this war room. Till then, business was flowing. It was easier, but this is mission critical now.
Okay.
By 31st March, they're done their 50. They notched up the 50, beyond the 50. And they had a target of 50. I had a personal target, where I said, we will be profitable this year.
Okay.
Okay. So the margins have to.
And this is which year, sir? 1990?
Must be.
7?
No. 95 or something.
95.
94, 95. 95.
Okay.
I said, we have to be profitable. I was not yet the CEO.
And, okay.
So I said, I have to be profitable as a company for the year, not accumulated profits. No, for the year.
This year's.
Yeah, we will be profitable. And the sales guys who did 50, they did it.
Fantastic. So this was the mission of you being profitable was not given to your.
No, that was my personal target.
Not that your 50.
And you just rope in the sales,
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Don't distract them with profits.
Okay.
Because the pricing is cleared by corporate office. So corporate office job is to, keep the profits going.
Okay. So again, so you just let your team a target, give them what they need to do, and then you as a leader had another target behind saying that, okay, this year I have to be profitable. And that both were achieved.
Both were achieved. And I was on the road all the time,
On the road, as in, as the head of sales and marketing, you are going to every location?
No, wherever there's a closure, big deal, closure, I would be there, help in the closure.
Oh, so you're literally on a war front on this.
Absolutely.
These 4 months.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you look back, I mean, I can.
Not this far. I was always like that. Whenever there's a big deal, they want me, I'll be there. So I said, see, don't judge me by my title. I'm there for you guys all the time.
And how important was that? Do you see any thing? Was that more a cohesive team where a boss could be accessible?
Yeah, I think I was never the boss here. I was just part of the leading a team. That's all I would say.
Okay. So, explain this to us, sir. If somebody is a young entrepreneur or a person who's gotten into the management position or who's got a team that he or she is leading, what is your philosophy of leadership? What can today's generation or people who are just getting in to become leaders, what do they keep in mind? What is your philosophy? How would you guide them if you were to explain leadership to them?
So that's part of my management style, which is a chapter in my book.
Yeah.
So what I personally believe in is fundamentally people work for people.
Okay.
People don't work for corporations or companies. So as long as you have a good team with you, they will work with you. If you are a good man and you're a great leader and you're able to add value to their profession and their lives,
Okay.
they will look up to you and work with you. If you're a dictatorial kind of guy, I say, hey, you do this, and you do this, it'll chug along for some time, not for a long time. So the team playing is very important. They should play as a team with you. You play as a team with them. It's like a cricket match or a football match or something. It's the captain is there with the team, right?
Yeah.
So we're all playing together. We're running together, playing together, achieving the ultimate end together. So that's very important. And then your know-how also should be a little up to date on the subject. Your subject matter expertise, as they call it, should not, be poor.
Okay. So you cannot lag behind.
Lag behind too much. There's not everything that you will know.
Okay.
So what you don't know, you learn from your team, all the time, which is a good barter, I would say.
Yeah, because it's a free skill up for a leader.
Yeah. It's important. No?
Yeah.
And be passionate. I think that's very important. You be passionate. That makes the team passionate. That's a culture that you're filtering down the line.
Okay.
Very passionate with what you do. If you're not passionate, you're in the wrong place.
Okay.
So I put it in a different way. My mantra is 70% of your awake time, you're at the workplace.
Yes.
So if you're not happy doing what you're doing, you're not
in the right place.
Yeah, you're not in the right place. And you're making your peer people around you also unhappy. You're pulling them down with your negativity.
Correct.
So please see that you're 70%, you should be happy at work. If you're not, then there could be multiple reasons. One is the boss may not be good. Two is they may not be in the right job description.
Which happens a lot.
Right. So they're doing the wrong thing, but they're capable of doing something much better. And they've been forced to get into a rut where they're not happy. So look at these perspectives. And I also, keep telling the HR guys, look at all the wider perspective before you draw a conclusion that this guy is good or not so good.
Okay.
So,
again, this team building is not just on performance, but you're also asking the HR people to look at circumstances, character.
Yeah, suppose you find that, I would say the wrong guy there, the guy is not effective, this guy is distracted, the guy is not happy. That body language you can find out, and that's what I tell my first line managers.
Okay.
Hey, look out for these symptoms, because it's not good for you. I can't look out, 7 layers down, So each of you look out for these symptoms, and this is what it can apply to you also.
Yes. And what you say actually, I can correlate with the military people. In fact, I've had a couple of military podcasts here, and people who have led teams in combat, they tell the same thing. Your philosophy and their philosophy is pretty much the same. They're like, if your team is not working with you, or if you are not jumping in first, your team will never follow. So it resonates so much in a battlefield, in a military unit, or even in a corporate unit.
Not completely, Shashank.
Hmm.
In a military environment, it is obedience one way. There's no conversation, you know.
It's an order.
I say it's an order.
Yeah.
Let's all go. We will go. But in situation here, we work collaboratively.
Okay.
The team is there. We are all making the decision together, you know. And it may be my bright spark. It may be somebody else's bright spark. But then we are assessing, analyzing the spark and whether it's worth implementable and executable. And then we do it together.
Okay.
So there's a difference between military is very dictatorial. No, it has to be like
It's
that.
a hierarchical.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
strict hierarchy.
Yeah, it can't
Yeah.
work. No, it can't work.
And there was another statement which was made by one colonel, which told me, which came back to me when you were saying, you made a statement, people work for people. Here he said, when the battle is on, eventually you will be fighting for your nation, you'll be fighting for your Pulton. But while the bullet starts flying, you're only fighting for the man next to you.
Correct.
So that is a parallel like in
Right.
sea. So he told me very clearly, you only, it was a pretty intense battle that I was talking to him about. And he said, Shashank, you're fighting only for the man next to you. At that point of time, there is nothing else going on.
Right.
So yeah, these are the things that I could
No, and again, as a leader, you need to see the big picture all the time.
Correct.
That's important. I don't expect my part of my team, those people, to always see the big picture. So I kind of correlate that with my photography.
Yes.
So when you're seeing through the lens, through the viewfinder, you see the full canvas, the whole picture, and that is my vision. My vision is that. But then there is that tiger cub sitting somewhere in one corner. I focus there for the time being.
Yeah.
Then I focus there. Then I focus there. Ultimately, I create that whole scene.
Ultimately, the whole canvas comes together.
Correct.
Fantastic. So we got to know about your business philosophy, and then you just gave us a fantastic segue into your another passionate area of your life, which is photography. Where did this start, sir, for you?
It started long ago. I mean, it was just happenstance.
Okay.
And I put that in the book also, which I got hold of a camera in my grandparents' house.
Yes.
Which was an old camera, which is.
So you inherited that camera, by the way.
Inherited means I asked my grandmother whether I could have it. It was not so much of an inheritance because it was lying in some old trunk. So I was just rummaging that on one of my vacations, and I found that there, and it excited me.
Okay.
Yeah, and even the manual was there. So I said, "Can I have it?" She said, "Okay." It belonged to some granduncle or somebody, I don't know. Then I bought a roll and fixed it and started clicking.
Okay.
It was still working well.
Wow.
Yeah, but a very simple thing, and it was okay for me to make a beginning.
And how did you develop your films back then?
So I used to give my films to the studio. Not films, not too many. I used to, those were expensive those days. Everything was expensive. So once in a way, with a lot of cajoling, my father would allow me to buy a roll, And then when I moved to IIT, we had a photography lab in the hostel.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, in your hostel?
Hostel.
Okay.
There's a photography club. So as
okay.
part of music club, this club, that cricket club, football club, there's a photography club. So the one room was a dark room.
Okay.
So there was one guy, he was about Sunil by name, Sunil Shastri, I'll not forget his name. About 2 or 3 years senior to me. He used to have a camera and he was the secretary of the club. And I said, "Can I join in? See what you do and all that." And he showed me how they mix the chemicals and develop the film.
Okay.
And print it and all that stuff, in the dark room. So I realized that now it's going to be only cost of
Film.
Developing is free because the club was free membership and all that. So there was no money paid. So
And the college used to sponsor the chemicals. And
yeah. Okay. The hostel used to sponsor actually. Yeah.
Oh, the
Hostel fund.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
photography club for the hostel, not the college.
Also, wow.
Yeah.
You're very progressive back in the day, sir.
It's a very simple gadget. So,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, so I used to get click some pictures and take it printed from there and use sophisticated cameras, better cameras that my friends had. And then slowly, I kind of moved on and started becoming more and more passionate.
Okay.
And oddly enough, a couple of my very close cousins, first cousins, both were, two of them were very interested in photography too.
Okay.
Yeah, and then one of them was in the US. He would bring in color film and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. So this was still back in the day, black and white. Okay.
And then things changed, and I started working. Then I could save up money and buy better.
Better cameras and better equipment.
Then I went whole hog. Yeah.
Okay. So when did you do almost at the professional level? When did you really jump up there?
About last 10 years,
For the last 10 years.
10 years, 10, 12 years. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So what was the first recognition you got, sir? Was there a shoot that changed everything for you, or was there a picture that you clicked that changed
Now
everything?
that you say it, the first one was, I don't remember which is the first one or the second one. There are two. One was, I was heading towards Hosur.
Mm-hmm.
We live in Whitefield, and through these village roads.
Okay.
And I had my camera with me because there was a railway station on the way, Carmel Ram.
Okay.
And I want to, it's an empty railway station. Those days, no trains would come there. So I just wanted to stand on the track and take the platform and the railway track and all that.
Okay.
So I carried my camera with me. When we were passing, before we passed that, there was a village and it was drizzling.
Okay.
And there was these two young girls, 8 and 10 or 11 or something, in a stormwater drain gutter.
Okay.
They were inside that and splashing water on themselves.
Oh, they were just having a gala time.
Yeah, that time it was a slight drizzle.
Huh.
I got down and I told my wife, just hold the umbrella, and took 3 or 4 pictures of those two girls playing.
Okay. Huh.
Okay. Then I came back and then I looked at the pictures and they were pretty nice. The splash of water, and I titled it Playing in the Rain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I submitted it for an international thing and I got nominated,
Okay.
for an award. The other one was at a friend's place in Kurk. Here, a big farm, there were coffee planters and all that. So there was a kind of, the backyard, there was a barn with a black wall.
Okay.
And a ladder
Which was placed against the wall.
against the wall. So it was a complete black wall with a ladder.
And the ladder is beige or brown.
Typical that bamboo ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took a picture of that and sent it. That also won.
Wow.
So I want to know, honestly, I have to figure out which one came first. One of the two. It could be in the same year also. How do you know? Yeah.
So were you part of any society back then?
No.
So anybody can submit their photographs?
No, I used to look out, search for competitions.
Okay.
And
So which competitions were these, sir?
all these are, most of them were US based.
Okay.
Some of them Europe based, where I won.
Okay.
There was one, it's a Tokyo International Photo Competition.
Oh, so you are looking out
TAFC,
for you're looking out for where competitions are happening, and you were submitting.
Google and say photo competitions.
Okay.
So you'll get, they'll throw up a whole lot of stuff. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So finally, how many awards you have won? If I'm not mistaken, 5.
It's about, as of day before, it's last week, it's about 47.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I've been thrown off so badly.
But that's
47 awards, and these are across nationalities, across
countries, yeah.
across countries. Fantastic.
Most of them American, I would say.
Okay.
About half a dozen, 4 or 5 competitions in the United States.
Okay.
Others would be mainly Europe. And one was Tokyo. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you have been trotting the globe with your camera for what, 13, 15 years now?
More than that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, were there any experiences that just stood out for you?
So many. Yeah. Means in what way?
Say, for example, something that you can never forget, what some exhilarating stuff, or a very poignant photograph which you've taken, or something that has altered or informed your world opinion or your
Okay,
opinion.
the toughest shot I have taken,
Mhm.
I can say that, because when you ask these questions, there are so many examples all over. My mind is getting
We can have a podcast for them itself.
no. So this, I would say my best experience in engaging myself with the subject was beginning of last year.
Okay.
Beginning of last year, uh, there's this in Bangalore district. There's this thing every year around this time called Kambala.
Kambala, yes.
You heard of that?
Yes.
So my passion was to photograph the Kambala.
Okay.
So we looked at the schedule and all that. And that particular weekend, it was in this village called Mudibidri.
Mudbidri, yes. Huh.
So they said it's going to happen there. So that weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So we went and camped there, and it was a very, very difficult experience, because there is this channel in which the bullocks
The
are-
slush.
Yeah, the slush,
Huh.
which is about 300 feet,
Okay.
400 feet. And the bullocks are brought in there, and this guy is on the plow, and they start running. And to catch a picture, you have to be at the other end of the slush.
Okay. This is otherwise on the side, the slush will be flying.
No, and you can't get a good. You want to take a full frontal view, no?
Huh.
So you're at the end of the slush, and because the clay soil, your feet are getting stuck in the mud.
Huh.
And at that moment, when they're about 50 feet away from you,
Is when the focus comes.
no, you keep moving focus and clicking.
Okay.
You click hundreds of shots. You don't know what will work, what will not work.
Okay.
Okay, you're focusing, clicking, and multiple races you do. But then that 50 feet or something, you have to run away from there.
Or otherwise you could, they collide with you.
They are blind, no? They run blindly, no? So they will just come and yeah.
Whoa.
So when they come up, they go left and right.
Okay.
Generally, because that's the slope. So they go left. So you have to actually go left or right, and far left or far right if you want to be.
Oh, fantastic.
It was quite a nerve-wracking experience. But we stood there for about 2-3 hours shooting various races,
Okay.
doing that. Then those guys are saying you're distracting because they are professional racing, na?
Yes.
They get prize awards. So the local villagers were saying, sir, you're distracting the animals, because they'll slow down when they see
See an obstacle, yeah.
Yeah. So run away even before that. So I had to change my lens to put a more powerful lens so that I could capture it further up.
Wow.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good experience.
Fantastic. And which all countries have you photographed in as of now, sir? You're literally across the globe?
Yes.
Across the globe.
Yeah.
What was the most picturesque experience you had purely on a photography?
Yeah, I agree. 2 countries, which I wouldn't mind going again and again to take pictures.
Okay.
One is Morocco.
Very old.
Yeah. Other one is Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
Outstanding. Outstanding for photography.
What attracts you? What attracts you as a photographer to these two countries?
Architecture there. Okay. It's all kind of Persian origin architecture. And, very beautiful. Most of the Mughal monuments in India are from what you have in Uzbekistan today.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
very, very picturesque, colorful, and
I think Uzbekistan is the first country which had indigo predominantly in one of its mosques, if I remember my history correctly.
not indigo. The pottery, the ceramic they use is a lot of blue,
Okay.
and the origin of that blue is from Persia, because all this artistry actually has gone in from Persia into Uzbek and that region, and from Persia into Morocco. So this color is from Persia.
Okay.
Origin.
Which side?
It was a hot center for art and culture. No?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And even from the Roman times.
Yeah.
Even from the Roman times, Persia was
Correct, correct.
so fantastic, sir. And uh, are you full time into photography right now, or is this the
Hobby.
it's the
Serious
most
hobby.
passionate hobby?
Yeah, serious hobby. Yeah.
Okay, but uh, how while you were working or while you were going through this 4 month marathon to get Tata Elxsi profitable in your head and 50 CR target in your team's head. Uh, did you have enough time even while your days in Tata Elxsi to do your photography, or you were just fitting them in?
No, no, I did. See, for me, I used to profess work-life balance,
Okay.
uh, irrespective of what I did in my work. You know, both wouldn't suffer. My work wouldn't suffer. My life wouldn't suffer. I ensured that. You know, come what may, come what may. I never missed my son's annual day or sports day in school ever. In his right through his 12 years of school, I have attended all that, and we spent all three of us would spend time vacationing every year.
Okay.
Yeah. How long or short it is irrelevant, but we would take that time off. You know.
Nowadays it gets even more difficult. What would your advice be to professionals? Let us say when both
Couples are working.
couples are working. What would your advice be? How should they handle their professional and personal life, or bring a balance between them?
Yeah. See, what has happened today is the world has become flat, as they say. It's a idiotic thing to say, but it is. You know, because after the boom of the internet, you're talking all the time to everybody across the globe.
Correct.
So there's no office timings anymore. No,
Correct.
it's office time somewhere in the world all the time. You know?
Yeah.
So everybody is talking to everybody. So some discipline in that should creep in. I'll give you an example. You know, subsequent to Tata Elxsi, when I was at Cisco, um, when I joined them, again there were turbulent times there also when I joined, but
Which is a pattern in your life, sir? Which is a pattern in your life?
enjoyable pattern in my
Yes.
So, what happened? What used to happen is all the product teams were there, you know, and every week, depending on the team or the requirement, I would see people staying behind at office, you know, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Hey, what you guys doing? You know, because I would not like to say so late. No, no, no. We are expecting a call from San Jose, California, some product review calls, and we don't have a phone at home. No.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is all internet telephony. No? So you
Correct.
certainly, even if you had a phone at home, it didn't help. Is it every day? No, it's not every day. One team would say we have it twice a week, another say thrice a week, once a week, whatever. And right through the year, yeah, right through the year. Then I had a team, my business team, about 5 people in the US, and I had about 4 or 5 people here. My direct business team. So after I joined, they said, Dave, Wednesday is a staff meeting, so you have to lead the meeting every Wednesday. I said, sure. Fine. 8 p.m. Wednesday, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Call used to come. They used to patch up, and I would do 1.5 hours review meeting. Then after a while, I said, hey, this model is not good. Why are those guys enjoying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all their daytime all the time. It's our nighttime whenever it's the US is concerned. So I kind of, at one meeting, I said, listen, you guys do what you're doing. I will make the changes in the US set. You can't make it here.
Okay.
So at a senior management meeting, I said, listen, you can't call my guys every day at 8 o'clock or whatever. It can't be our night time all the time. You know, it doesn't work. We also have family. We also have fun times. We also have a life.
Correct.
So let's take daylight saving time as a cutoff.
Okay.
DST. A logical cutoff, because that 1 hour time difference will go. At daylight saving, it'll become your morning.
Correct.
Next 6 months, it'll be my morning.
Oh, fantastic.
So let's keep that as a law of the land, because all of us have to think. So 6 months your morning, 6 months our morning. 6 months your night, 6 months our night.
Fantastic. So they
I said I will kick this off with my team.
okay. So I'll take the first
Yeah.
off time.
And by it rolled into
A practice?
practice.
It's still going on today, sir?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
How did your Indian team react to this?
they're very happy,
Okay.
very happy. Because it's a clean, fair share, no? It's not more, or every alternate week. And
Correct.
all that becomes very confusing. No?
Confusing. And you cannot plan your half a year.
Yeah. No, and especially if you say every month we will change.
Correct.
6 months. The DST is the cut-off Sunday, no?
Yeah. A clean break.
Clean.
So you just you
So again, to answer your question, it's important that every individual takes a call on how he or she wants to live their life. Okay, if you're happy being a workaholic, you're happy doing this and ruining your home front, so be it.
Okay.
So it's our call, our call. It's not something that can be dictated. But here I had to dictate this because there was no other way, because two disparate teams across the globe, and these guys are all, Cisco India was new, so all these guys are young guys. So we had to make a rule.
and you have to set the ball rolling.
Yeah,
Is this?
yeah. So, but otherwise, in today's world, I think each one should take a call. No?
Yeah.
You,
So you just mentioned about you being in Cisco India, sir. Now, how did that move happen from Tata Elxsi to Cisco India? Why would somebody who is the CEO want to move? That in a Tata group of companies.
yeah. More than one reason, actually. One is what I call the Friday evening syndrome.
Okay.
Coming back Friday evening, okay, what more can I do in Tata Elxsi? We've been there, done that. Now it is scaling only.
Okay.
The job is scaling. Our business has scaled. 100 crores become 1,000 crores, 1,000 crores and 10,000 crores. And move ahead with the technology, all that you do.
Yeah.
What more revolution can one do? No, you're running faster in the same race. So I was thinking of that. Then I was thinking, okay, I had a task to do. It's a burnout task also. This whole task was a burnout task. It was not easy. But that didn't deter me. Then I got, saying that, okay, next move, I think it'd be better if you relocate to Bombay, there's that and the other, if you want something different to be done within the group. Okay. And our son was in the 10th grade. And that's not the time to.
That's a crucial year.
I don't want to move then. And I'm not the type who will say, family will be here, I will be there, I will come every 2 weeks. I don't believe in that philosophy at all.
Okay.
All of us together here. Or
All of us together in a new place.
So it didn't work out. And funnily, at the same time, the Cisco thing was happening. Somebody reached out to me saying, there's an opportunity to build the organization.
Okay.
We're only about 300 people to 150 people in Cisco. And we want to build the organization. And it's a technology space. So can you do it for us?
Okay.
Yeah. As the CEO of Cisco India.
That is how the Cisco move happened. And which year was this, sir?
2001. No, sorry, 2000. Yeah, 2001.
So the turn of the millennium, you made another change.
Yeah.
What are the challenges there, sir? Building a team is nothing new for you.
So we had about 350 people. Out of that, about 150 were freshers. We had hired from the campus just before I joined.
Okay.
Then we had about 50 people who relocated from the US. Senior people to manage teams, and it was a good thing. So you bring in the culture and the seniority and the know-how and all that. Then we had about another 50, 100 lateral hires.
From different company, different positions.
Yeah. I joined within 2 weeks for the first time in the history of Cisco, we laid off 8,000 people.
Laid off 8,000 people.
First time, the dot-com bust and all
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And Y2K, all aftermath of all that, we laid off 8,000 people. And then John Chambers over there, our chairman and CEO, said, now we're not going to hire anybody till further notice. No acquiring CapEx, no acquiring real estate, no hiring people till we stabilize.
A total freeze.
When I was hired to say we have to build Cisco India to 1,500 people in year one.
Wow. And then immediately the next statement you get is freeze.
Within 2 weeks. What am I doing here? And what do you do with the motley crowd?
Yeah.
I gave you the composition of the people that I had. What kind of business you can do? What kind of product you can, a program or project you can provide them?
How do you even keep them motivated to stay?
These were all segmented into different business units. Some of them having 4 people, some of them having 18 people, some of them having 6 people.
Wow.
What can you do with them?
What was your solution, sir?
So, I was at completely.
But there's again, like in Tata Elxsi, automatically the market opens. You're stuck with capital.
Yeah.
Here, you're stuck with understaffed, segregated groups everywhere.
Then we had, just before I joined, they had signed an MOU with the government for 29 acres of land to build a campus.
And that also has a freeze.
That also freeze.
Okay.
We paid a hefty sum of money as an advance to buy this land. Then Chamber said, dispose of the land.
Oh, okay.
I said, why? I don't think it should be done. So, no, we said freeze on CapEx, so we're not going to build anything now. So, dispose of the property. I said, 5 years later, that 29 acres, even 15 acres you sell, everything comes free and you make money.
Yeah.
No,
That's the Indian real estate.
I said, no, we are not in the real estate business. Sell it off. I kept quiet. Then people back in San Jose, after the layoff, they all thought India had just opened up as an organization. They thought this whole was an aftermath of Cisco India.
Okay.
So when I first time went to San Jose, people were walking around with T-shirts with the inverted Cisco logo. It's a Golden Gate Bridge, no?
Yes.
Saying I lost my job to India.
Wow.
Thank God 30% of US Cisco, San Jose Cisco were Indian origin. So I blended into the crowd. Nobody knew me, no?
Yeah.
So I was saved. Others would have been lynched over there.
Oh my God. So when you say you are in turmoil, you are really in turmoil.
So we had again,
I do not know whether the Caracal ride was more dangerous or you entering the Cisco office in San Jose was more dangerous.
so what happened was there was this CXO conference that Chambers has every year, so it's offsite for 3 days. And what he does, people coming from international locations, you can get an appointment for half an hour with Big Boss. So that's the only way. I spoke to my immediate boss. He said, you have to talk to John. I don't think, we can do anything. He's laid out the rules and pretty firm about it. So I did a lot of homework and had a meeting with him. Then I said, listen, India is new. We have just 300 people. This is the situation. I know you put a freeze on headcount. Can you not relax the freeze just for India?
Okay.
He said, sorry, Dev, we can't do that. Because moment I've said it's a global policy, I can't give excuse. Then somebody else will come with some other logic and I'll have to, bend. So I said, can you do one thing? No CapEx.
Okay.
At least you're giving us OpEx for running the company. Why don't you increase my OpEx funds so that I can hire engineers at other company locations?
Oh, okay.
Okay, say if I can go to Wipro and say, we need 50 people. You work from your facility. We will pay you for that as an operating cost. I will not add to my headcount. So your policy of headcount freeze remains. You just increase my operating expenses. My cost, as it is, my cost of operation very low. Initially, I told him, if you want to hire at India, Cisco India, for every one employee you hire in San Jose, you can hire 3 employees here.
That the cost differential was that much?
1:3.
Wow.
At entry level and 5 years, up to 5 years. He said, no. Then I said, then give me OpEx.
Okay.
He said, I'll come back to you. And within a month, he got back and said, it's cleared. Then I started ramping up our Wipro, HCL, TCS, and Infosys. We started adding people.
Wow.
Adding people. And because the fruit of the labor was coming
Yeah.
through. The BUs were pushing for more OpEx, more OpEx, more OpEx. Then finally, at 7,500 people working.
From 350.
Yeah, no, at these companies.
I know.
Yeah,
From
350.
350, your effective team grew to
We
7,500.
never call them vendors. We call them partners.
Okay.
Very clearly, I said, no vendor. They're not your vendor. They're doing the same thing that our people do.
But they're doing it at a different location.
That's it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Then they said we can't, as partners, as vendors or whatever, we don't have access to the source code that Cisco employees have. They won't give us. So you can't play, developing. No? So I said, we will build a data center in each of these locations.
Okay.
Our internet pipe will land there with a server, and you will have access to thing. I will have one of my guys sitting in the Wipro office, in the Cisco TCS office, managing the data center.
Fantastic.
For
So your security is taken care of there. Wow. So
They were doing the same thing that Cisco guys were doing anywhere in the world.
So these are ways you're given hard boundaries, but you're trying to find your way around it. And it's happening all the time, including the Nariyal Pani which you're delegated. From there.
Correct. That is say so.
Yeah. You're finding your ways around. And of course, these are things that you did not foresee. Nobody foresees Mrs. Gandhi saying, I want Nariyal Pani.
Correct.
And
No, here also I just threw a ball and it clicked. No?
yes. And when the chief minister there was telling you, Mrs. Gandhi will be very angry, and you are reassuring him, yes, it is on its way, when you have no clue what is happening. So these patterns are coming on and on in your life, and the solutions you are doing is literally taking a punt at things, a thought out, strategized punt. Wow. So truly thing. So maybe you are designed to win, or your lifestyle or your choices are designed to win.
I don't think that it is applicable to anybody. I know you have to you have to find your destiny. You have to work towards the goal. People say, "Oh, lucky guy, man." There's nothing called.
I don't see any luck coming here.
Not about me.
Yeah.
When people tell somebody, "Oh, he's a lucky guy," nobody is lucky. Unless you are that one of those big men's son, daughter, you're not a lucky guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you have to work your way through. Everything calls for hard work, acumen, fast thinking.
So can people train themselves to do all this?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
No, I'm no Superman. I mean, all these happened, and I worked my way, bulwarked my way through all this. So, it's,
what was your
I mean, it depends on if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
like you say, 70% of your time
It's up to you, na? It's up to you. No.
and so after you grew to 7,500, sir.
Then India also opened up, no? After 2 years.
Correct.
India grew to, Cisco India grew to about 3,000 people.
Now, after doing all this, was that again boredom there and say, I don't have a challenge?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all now up and running.
Yeah.
We started this place for engineering work, product design and all that, India. Then some people saw my CIO in Cisco US said, this is a good model and all that. And he came to me once and he said, Dave, I have about some few thousand contractors, IT contractors sitting and I'm spending so many millions of dollars, paying them $100 an hour, $150 an hour. So can we not do this in India like you're doing for product engineering?
Okay.
I said, let me work on it. And then we worked and he sent a team. We understood the whole mechanics of it. And finally, we moved all of almost 80% of IT, we moved to India.
Wow.
20% had to be there because they had to be close to the customer and all that stuff, no?
Because, you have to take care of the customer requirements.
Yeah. No, internal customer. There is Cisco customer. Cisco has a customer. So at some, the hybrid approach, a blended approach of onshore, offshore. So
80% you moved. Wow.
then they said, why not BPO? They say we have legal, HR legal, there's
Yeah.
order processing,
Yeah.
and BPO is all up and coming then, no?
Yep.
So I said, let's look at it. We went around the country. We surveyed about 15 BPOs. When I say we, the Cisco team was also
Correct.
there. We did one full yatra of India, looked at about 15 BPOs that were there. And Infosys was coming up with a BPO. They had just come up with City.
Near the Jayanagar office?
No.
Yeah, same office.
No, Electronic City.
Electronic City office.
So I forget, it was called ProGeon.
Okay.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
There was a Citibank, City and Infosys. It was a BPO just for the city projects,
Okay.
I think. So we went through all that, and then we realized that this Infosys had their systems in place,
Okay.
and they would be a good partner of choice because we were already working for them. And we engaged with Infosys and got the entire sales. 95% of Cisco's sales orders were processed at Infosys.
Wow. 95%.
5% were like a B2C, direct from Cisco to some large deals, no?
Okay.
Where the Cisco or guys would handle the deal themselves.
Wow.
So BPO went out, HR, legal, all that was.
That was the natural progression. That's the easy part too.
But see, big cost savings, na?
Correct.
Big cost savings. So finally they said, okay, we've grown big enough. Let's call this the Globalization Center East. So they give it a name also.
GCE. Today GCCs are all the talk, but you are.
Yeah. And then I said, enough is enough. Now I have to pursue my own thing because I'm bored now. No?
So that was the trigger. Boredom was the trigger.
Yeah, but nothing, no, I'm not learning anything new. Business as usual. Others were all benefiting from all this that has happened.
And
I was not enjoying myself. There's nothing to look forward to. I could have chugged along, earned my salary and checked along, but that was not me.
okay.
Yeah, so I said, let me get out.
And this was very young in your career at 51, 52.
Correct.
Wow. Wow. I've been there. I've done that. And this is the next.
Yeah,
After that, you've gotten into your consulting field. And
yeah, consulting.
what keeps you excited about industry, about teams, about...
See, now as part of my consulting, I sit on about half a dozen boards of companies, all in the tech field only.
Okay.
And because they are tech field, you interact with the people and always something new emerging, the things that you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, are they being discussed? Strategies are being discussed. So it's not just one company, it's
multiple.
multiple. So that keeps you excited.
So you're not just solving one problem.
Yeah.
You're looking at multiple problems now and guiding people
Multiple
around.
situations also. No?
Okay.
Yeah, that's more like it,
Okay.
So I'm enjoying that. And I spend only about 50% of my time, or even 40% now, I would say,
On
consulting for all these people.
wow. And most of your time is spent with the family and your camera.
Travel, camera. Okay. Some way you need to kind of
Absolutely, sir.
enjoy your life. No?
Absolutely. So you have had a global experience at the very highest levels. Where does India stand as of now in terms of one, technology, because that has been the field you've been active in, and two, the future, and three, where are we lacking and what do we need to shore up if we have to meet the challenges of an AI driven world in your experience and across these continents? What is your assessment today, sir?
See, it's something, I'm not going to say anything which is very different from what everybody is saying. I think India holds a lot of promise today, from whatever we have achieved, from what we were, say, 10 years ago or even 20 years ago to what we are today. I think the progress has been fabulous. So in terms of technology, we are abreast now. Only thing, we would say hardware manufacturing should get more focus. I think the government and the industry is also getting there, at the semicon level.
Okay.
So moment you're into the semicon level and you go up to the value chain and build products, the ancillaries will also start getting plugged in,
Correct.
So at the component level and all that, I'm sure we will start spawning industries there. So I think on that level also, but it's only the fiscal policies which have to be a little more relaxed, friendly to allow all these things to happen quickly.
Is it, in your experience, in fact, while you started your career, you were extremely fiscally conservative or rather prohibitory for industries to grow. How has it changed? And if you were to advise the ministries, the finance ministry or the industries or anything, what policies would you want to see change?
Mainly in the import export. No?
Okay.
That should be much more easier. Say today you import any equipment. Tomorrow if you need to get spares for it, the whole concept of importing the spare or getting that product that you have repaired, the whole repair policy is very, very skewed.
And it is a prohibitory cost on any business.
Everything, no?
So that is one area you would want to see change.
Yeah, that's the main thing. And in the high-tech industry,
And with terms of talent, you are completely convinced we have talented people. Sir.
Yeah. And all that talent will start coming back moment you progress in any field. I'm sure our talents, our own talent sitting elsewhere in the world, will be happy to get back now.
Yeah. So we just keep going on the projected growth path. I think you say we are in a good position. Fantastic. That is fantastic to hear, sir. And one other thing. You had subtly mentioned that anybody having a conversation with you or convincing you is like people playing a chess game with you. And this was a quip given by one of your executive assistant. What was she talking about and what did she mean, sir?
It was a he actually, not an executive assistant, one of my team players.
Okay.
No, it was always like the war game. They always believe that I make they always have a move to make over.
Okay.
I don't want to say it, but that's what the one always up ahead. That's what they're trying to say. But so I don't believe that. I always believe that I was a team player and we all work together.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever way you turn the chess board, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah.
So was it his way of saying you are one move ahead?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, definitely. You've been one move ahead for a long time, and if people have to get to know that, let them read your book. I wouldn't want to not do that too much of it. It's called Design to Win, and ladies and gentlemen, it's been one of the most easy reads for me in quite a while right now, and it's a life fully lived. It's such a pleasure and privilege, sir, to have you on Conversation.
Thank you so much, Shashank. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And with one request,
Yes.
please keep coming and gracing the channel.
Anytime. You call me, I'll be here.
Yes, and we will have to do one on the experiences of your photography, which is a fascinating journey we have just dipped our beaks into today.
Sure, we'll do that. I'll be happy to do that. Yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you again.